Forgot my coffee. All right, good morning, folks. So today is going to be a bit of a brief update video about, pretty much packing the clothing, a little bit of my fancy editing, and I'll finish this episode with just a little bit of climbing. And it was one of my recent ascents, and I was incredibly stoked to have done this problem. But we'll get to that later. Basically, last week, me and Eric were working non-stop trying to pack all the clothes together. And if you can see behind me, it's a bit of a mayhem. I'm just gonna... We have a lot of boxes here. So that's been occupying our time quite a lot, which is why we've released, fewer videos than usually. But next week we'll, get right back into it, or later this week, and start uploading as much as we possibly can. So basically, why everything hasn't been delivered yet is that, I booked a trip to Åland. It's a climbing destination here around pretty close to Stockholm. And when we pretty much wrapped things up on Thursday, when we had everything, pretty much all set, I left Eric with the last of the work, and it was pretty much just to pack everything into the bags and get it delivered. But then on Friday, Eric got insanely sick with the worst flu I've seen in a while. So he hasn't been able to do any of the work, and I was out of the country. So sorry about that. But we're going to be working non-stop in the coming days just to get everything out to you guys. If you've delivered a package, please let me know what you think and give me as much feedback as you possibly can. I'm going to link my email below, so if you have any questions or any feedback or anything like that, just send it to me. I guess that's about it about the delay. Again, we'll get everything out to you guys in this week. So we'll be packing and delivering the packages today and tomorrow, and then I'll be fully finished for sure. And then it's gonna take a few days for the mail to get fully delivered, but next week all the packages will be in your homes. So stay psyched. And another thing is that we, as you saw, we have a lot of boxes left, and that's because we ordered in way more than we needed for the first launch. And the idea is that we'll have a backup supply, so that in the coming weeks we can actually open up the store for real and have a stock, so you guys can order as much as you want and not have to wait a few weeks before delivery. Yes, we're super stoked about that, to get everything going, get everything running. But that's gonna be in 2 or 3 weeks, and we'll probably release another update video about that. Yeah, so I guess that's about it for Psyched about right now. As mentioned, we'll update more in the future. But for now, you guys came for some climbing. So this next clip is, it's filmed with my phone, so it's not the classic Eric Karlsson bouldering quality, but hopefully you'll enjoy it anyways. I posted the same video on my Instagram, so some of you might have seen it already. But it's of a problem called Dodo. It's around 8A+, and it's one of the best problems I've climbed in the world, I think. The thing is, at the end of the clip, you'll see me get insanely stoked, and the reason for that is that the descent was really unexpected. When I left for the trip, I'd been injured for a while actually, and when I was trying to climb before the trip indoors, just get psyched and recruited, I fell off a few sixes in our gym, which is usually a pretty poor sign for me. It's not something great. So the fact that I just could climb on the island was just amazing. I was super stoked. And then on top of that, I managed to send something which when I tried it last time on Åland, I got completely shut down. It's a very crimpy line. You just have to fully lock off and then just pull hard and be technical, which is something that I have not been in the past, but evidently I've learned a thing or two. And so I got this hand. And the thing is, it took me I don't know how many more attempts than I first expected when I was working on it, because I managed to do the moves in 15 minutes, 30 minutes or so. I was like, okay, let's just wrap this up. This is just technical. I just have to pull through it. And then I think it took me 2.5 sessions before I actually topped it out. And before this very attempt, I was not expecting to send it. But the thing is, the beard that you can see at the top, I put it there at the beginning of the session. I was like, if I don't do this bowler, I'm just gonna leave it there for someone else to grab it, because I don't deserve it if I don't do it. Which was kind of a good motivator. Really got me psyched. And I was actually, when I was topping the problem out, I was going through my mind, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get that beer. I'm gonna get that send. So yeah, enough about the problem. Here, let's check it out.
God!
Yeah, so that was my send of Dodo. If you're ever on Åland, make sure you try it, because it's like one of the best problems in the entire world. And I'm really stoked to have done it. I still have that feeling of psych after it, like even today, a few days after. I'm like, yeah, that was a good problem, that was a good time. And also, I'm gonna try to answer as many of the comments that you leave on this video as possible. It's kind of hard to keep track of all the videos and answer every single video, but this specific video is gonna be like my Q&A, I think. So just drop anything you want if you're wondering anything, and I'll try to answer it as soon as possible. Yeah, I guess that's it. See you around, folks.